Aiden Peterson with the national anthem begin our coverage tonight of game number 2 of our doubleheader here at the Shipley School, as it will be Germantown Friends taking on the Shipley School. And Jack, just before we dive into the broadcast tonight about the game, really special young man, Aiden, who just performed our national anthem.
A very special young man. We were told about him just before the game. Aiden Peterson, he looks like he's about 14 or something like that.
Yeah, 7th grader.
7th grader. Oh, 12 maybe. But he's been doing this since he was in 1st grade. He's done it for the Sixers, and he goes all over the area to play the bugle for funerals, taps at funerals. And as a former trumpet player myself, let me tell you, that was a really good performance he just gave us.
Yeah, excellent stuff. And it's all part of the Swamp Night festivities here inside the Shipley School as we get set for tonight's game between Shipley and Germantown Friends. Germantown Friends 9-11 on the season, just 1-5 in the Friends League. But on the other side, this Shipley School team outstanding this season, 16-4 on the season, 5-1 in Friends League play, and it is a veteran team led by the big man Ray Somerville.
Yeah, he stood in front of us before in the girls' game. He was standing in front of us, and he's listed at 6'10", and for once, I think that a player's actually undersized.
Yeah,
on the roster because he looks to be 7 feet tall.
He's certainly a big kid. He'll take the opening tip-off in today's game, number 24 in white.
And not the only star on this team. This team is loaded. Khalil Farmer, Chaz Owens, Kai Champion, of course, the aforementioned Ray Somerville, all putting a lot of points into each game. And we are just a moment away from starting here.
It'll be Somerville in the circle, and on the other side for Germantown Friends, it'll be Tyson Maddox, the 6'1" senior.
Exciting night here, Swamp Night, full house. Referees are Frank O'Neill, jumping the ball up, James Smith, and third referee is Avis Smith, no relation.
And it's the Gators in opening possession, but the ball hits Somerville and is taken away by the Tigers. Matthew Johnson, the freshman guard, running point.
Opening up in a man-to-man are the Gators.
Johnson once more. Shot clock in action here in the Friends League as here's a three that's left short by Nolan Grandy. And the rebound belongs to the Gators, and Kai Champion, the outstanding junior, runs point for Shipley. Right wing, Jacoby. Through the hands at the top of the key of Stone, but it makes its way back to Chaz Owens. And Owens can't finish, but he's able to draw contact and the foul.
Owens, a very athletic player, scoring about 11 points a game, also taking down 8 rebounds. He can shoot, he shoots 34% from the field.
Misses his first free throw.
Not a three-point shooter, but a penetrator, a very athletic kid.
Yeah, excited to see him tonight. He's a young man who's generating a lot of interest from some area D2 schools, Westchester, Kutztown, Lock Haven, the like.
Pretty sure he has a nice pedigree, legacy.
Both free throws are missed, but on the rebound, the foul is going to go against the Tigers.
He has a relation to Billy Owens, former great player. I call underneath, throw in for the Gators.
Noah Davidson picks up the foul, his first, team second. Here's Owens again, finish left a little short.
Yeah, Owens wanted that one back, I'm sure. Left a little spare change up there.
Ooh. Somerville with the block on the driving Grandy.
He's got Somerville had a nice reaction to that. He said, "No, that's not happening."
Already the school leader in blocks, the 6'10" senior committed to Cal State Bakersfield.
Very muscular physique too. I'm thinking his weight is around 220, but it should fill out when he gets into the college level.
Farouk Adker checks in. Left baseline drive. Here's Grandy, no good. Yeah. Grandy gets his own rebound, however, and a fresh 35.
Grandy, nice ball handler.
Weber gives baseline. Here's the J that's left a little short by Maddox, but the putback is good from Adger and a chance for a three-point play.
And the Tigers strike first. Nice work in the weight room down there by the big fellow Adger. Farouk Adger goes to the line with an opportunity for a three-point play.
Tigers looking to get their first win on the road this season. They're 0-6 away from home and 2-0 on neutral court games, but as the true road team, they haven't won one yet this season. Owens gives in the left corner. Here's a catch-and-shoot three that's left a little short by Stone. And the rebound pulled in by Germantown Friends.
Logan Stone shooting from the corner, left-handed shot. Not quite there.
Johnson, 20 on the shot clock. Here's Grandy. Baseline Maddox through contact, left it short, fights for his own rebound, gets it, kicks it back out, and a three from Johnson is off the front rim. Both teams with a lid on it early on. It's out of bounds, and it'll be Gator ball.
Gators yet to break the ice here early in this game.
The Shipley Gators clad in white. It's Germantown Friends in the dark blue. Somerville, baseline from about 11, left it short. And the rebound pulled in by Weber. Both teams struggling early on from the field, Cap.
So far, only 2 points in this game, almost 2.5 minutes in.
Here's Adger. Nice dish underneath, and Maddox left it short. Somerville the board.
Way up in the air was Ray Somerville.
Kai Champion in transition.
What a great name.
Thought about pulling up, instead gives baseline to Owens. Owens into the paint and called for the double dribble.
Owens called for that discontinued dribble. Came to a jump stop, but already a violation prior to that.
Just about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Just 2-0 our score. Some good defense being played, but shots just not falling early on. Both teams getting some decent looks.
I have a feeling it's not going to stay like that.
Grandy fouled at half court. Little over aggressive, the senior Grant Jacoby.
Yeah, Jacoby trying to get a hand in there, and Grandy is a very good ball handler.
Yeah, he'll certainly be one worth keeping an eye on, the 5'11 junior. Here's Matthew Johnson. Looking to get it back to Grandy, and they do. Champion all over him. Weber with the shot clock down to 17. Goes to the paint, and the floater is good.
Nice shot.
4-0 lead for the Tigers.
Showing some talent there, a floating bank shot. And the Gators find themselves down here without a point.
Kai Champion into the paint, jump stop, pull up from just inside the free throw line is good. Count the bucket and the foul, a chance for a three-point play for Kai Champion.
Excellent footwork by Kai Champion. I know he made it look easy, Mike, but as we both know, that is a very difficult move to make.
Weber committed the foul. As you see, Champion finish through the contact.
That's something the young players really work on, that jump stop and then the jump shot.
4-3 our score and out of bounds. Tight defense from Jacoby that time. Forced Germantown Friends to dribble on the sideline out of bounds. Logan Stone to inbound. Champion at the top of the key. Gives to Owens, right wing. Jab steps and goes baseline. Now Somerville, nice work in the paint. Left it a little short, however. And the rebound pulled in by the Tigers. Nolan Grandy, guarded by Champion the length of the floor. Johnson, nice crossover, runs into Somerville and called for the travel.
Then you saw the big man there, and he just lost his footwork. Little traveling music, and away we go, 4-3.
That'll happen when 6'10 staring dead at you in the paint.
6'10 plus, yeah.
Champion. Gives in the corner. Here's a catch and shoot three that's pure from Logan Stone.
Logan Stone's second shot from that same spot. This one he nails. The first one was nearly there.
First lead of the day for Shipley, 6-4, 3:45 to play here in the first quarter. Weber gives to Grandy. Champion again all over him. Johnson off the screen into the paint around Somerville. Nice dish. And not able to finish, a little short that time from Adger.
I think Johnson got away with a travel there also.
Stone. Somerville, the rebound, put back too strong. And Chaz Owens is going to be called for over the back coming in.
Call made by James Smith, very experienced official. Many, many years during the big games.
And Owens picks up his second foul.
Owens
So he'll check out, replaced by the freshman Khalil Farmer. This young man may be one of the next guys in the Philadelphia area, Khalil Farmer. He's a good one.
Yes, he is. One of the top players on this team that is loaded with great players.
Grandy across the timeline. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Hounding defense by Champion, but Grandy shakes free of him and gives to Adger, who left the jumper a little short. Transition from Khalil Farmer. Hey, that number 3 here at Shipley is special. We were talking about Sam Sessoms last year, scoring 56 points on Swamp Night.
And Sam Sessoms is tearing it up at the Division I level.
Yeah, at the University of Binghamton. Here's another 3 from Stone. That's no good.
He's not shy.
Long rebound pulled in and controlled by Germantown friends Weber.
He has an unusual shot. He's 1 for 3 in the distance shot so far.
Grandy. And now Maddox. Baseline drive. Nice drive, but too strong on the layup attempt from Weber. Adger the follow.
And we have a player down.
We do. Game tied at 6, and that's Kai Champion.
Kai Champion. Looks like something the lower body. I'll leave it at that.
That's not good. Training staff will come out and take a look at Kai.
Yeah.
He appears to be favoring.
Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Maybe a hamstring. Looks like the back of his right leg. So
Kai Champion, a 6', 160 junior.
As they check on Champion, we'll step aside. 2:11 to play here in the first quarter. Game tied at 6. Champion helped off as we're back to live action. 6-6 our score. Eli Smith, the junior, checks in to replace Champion. We'll certainly get you an update on him as soon as we have one, as he's getting some attention along the bench here for Shipley. Somerville down in the post. Kicks it back out. Eli Smith has it poked away. Chasing after it, and the foul is going to be called. A little too aggressive. Joey Grzyński is going to pick up the foul for Shipley, and Germantown friends will get it back.
Lost control of his momentum a little bit. Full body contact, he gets called for the common foul. Tie game.
Nolan Grandy across the logo with 1:45 to play here in the first. Johnson off the screen. Maddox hangs in the air, but too strong on the jumper. Grzyński the rebound. Goes behind the back and gets it stolen. Weber with Somerville. Outweights him and gets rejected anyway.
He didn't go for the fake. Held his ground. And that shows some real defensive awareness.
Excellent body control as well, because it's so easy for a big man to foul in that circumstances. Germantown Friends takes a timeout, but excellent body control from the big fella.
Without question. He definitely impressed us on that. He's got 2 or 3 block shots right now early in this game. I think it's 3.
1:21 to play here in the first quarter. Not sure we anticipated things, Cap, being quite this low scoring.
No.
Are you seeing it being really tightly defensively contested, or are you just seeing some missed shots?
I think it's just missed shots. I think it's going to pick up in the second quarter. I think we're going to see a higher scoring game. But so far, as you said, it's been each team's been held to 6 points and not that much happening.
And, it's easy sometimes, a couple of young squads to fall into something like this. I mean, the atmosphere is packed. It's a big atmosphere, pep band playing. SFBN's in the building.
SFBN in the building.
There's a lot of things that could maybe get to the nerves of a youngster in an atmosphere
Absolutely.
like this.
It is a full house. It's the big night, of course, during this season being Swamp Night. Everybody's here, alumni, former players. We did see Kai Champion go down and it appeared to be, I mentioned, a lower body injury, something in the leg, the right leg. They're working on him right now, and hopefully he is okay.
Grzyński deflects away the inbound, but it'll stick with Germantown Friends.
I think it's a knee to the thigh.
Yeah, they're treating that knee.
That's what you call a contusion, and they get ice on it right away, and it reduces the swelling and the possibility of a blood clot down the line.
Maddox banks in the layup. 8-6, Germantown Friends in front. The freshman Khalil Farmer.
Now this is a kid with a big-time upside future.
Smith to the rim, gets crashed into, and he'll go to the free throw line. Yeah, Khalil Farmer plays with the Nike-sponsored team final in AAU and was the middle school student of the year last year. Really one of the top freshmen in the area.
No question about it. When you see a kid like that as a freshman with that size and that ability, it's something to note.
This is the junior Eli Smith hitting his first free throw, 8-7 our score.
Eli Smith coming in at 6'1", 180. Made that free throw look easy. Let's see what he does on his second.
Tied at 8.
Looking good, Smith.
Full court press this time from Shipley as Grzyński watches Johnson the length of the floor. Johnson around Somerville, drives baseline and kicks it back out. Floater good.
Yeah,
from Weber, had to get that one way up to get it over Somerville.
He's got to get that floater up, and he did it perfectly.
Shot clock unplugged with 25 seconds to play here in the quarter. Grzyński around the screen, drives baseline, corner 3, and kind of getting caught in the air that time.
Yeah.
Was Jacoby. Didn't want to let it go, felt the defender coming, knew he couldn't come back down with the basketball, so just kind of let it go, but nobody there for Shipley, and it trickled out of bounds.
A little indecision on that one, Mike, and cost Shipley a possession, down 2 right now.
Inbound nearly stolen. In fact, it is stolen as it careens out of bounds off of Johnson.
That was bouncing around like a ping pong ball there.
Weber re-enters to replace Benjamin Istvan.
And Istvan can score. He's a 5'8" point guard, but he can also put some points in. Big
lobbed
man.
into Somerville. Cross-court pass, catch and shoot 3 this time is good from Jacoby.
Real nice look by the big man, too, and a very crisp chest pass.
Final shot of the quarter. Johnson gives it off. They get it off, and it is good at the buzzer from Nolan Grandy. And we have reached the end of quarter number 1 here at the Shipley School with our score. Germantown Friends 13 and Shipley 11. You're watching Swamp Night live from the Shipley School here on the Sports Fanbase Network. 13-11 as we're set to start the second quarter here at the Shipley School. Jack Cap, Mike Samsel. Nice shot there at the end of the quarter for
really
Germantown Friends.
Released it just in time, just before the buzzer, and a clean shot for a 2-point lead here. A surprising first quarter from the visiting Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers a couple of games under 500, and they haven't won a game on the road this season.
No, Tigers hanging tough.
Here's Grandy over on the left wing. And now Maddox. Watched by Owens on the floor with 2 fouls, and he hits.
Somerville almost getting his fingertips on that.
Kind of a nightmare quarter as well for Shipley. Owens picking up 2 fouls, and Kai Champion down on the bench right now.
Took a knee to the thigh. That's the best we can say right now. He's getting ice on it. Hopefully, again, there is no permanent damage.
Smith, play whistle down. The offensive foul is called. Illegal screen by Somerville.
Yeah. Yeah, he moved his hands out to assist in the screen, and in a high school game, you're going to get called for that. If it's an NBA game and your name is Embiid, you're going to get away with that every time, but not here. Not here. Someday Somerville may be playing against people like that.
Yeah, heading to Cal State Bakersfield.
He'll be a freshman next year.
Grandy.
Big-time program, West Coast.
Is fouled on the perimeter. Yeah. Little too physical on the defense from Eli Smith, and that's going to be the 6th foul to go against Shipley.
Yep, that's right. Next one puts the Tigers in a 1-on-1. Single bonus.
First for Smith. Weber to inbound. And here's Matthew Johnson in possession. 7:10 remains here in the first half. It's a 4-point lead for Germantown Friends. Johnson pulls up in front of Somerville. No good, but the foul is going to be the second on Somerville.
He's not happy.
And the water's getting a little deep here for Shipley as now Owens and Somerville each have 2 fouls. And Champion on the bench as well. Johnson misses the first.
Johnson, a freshman point guard at 5'9". Ray Somerville is a 3-year starter, school leader in block shots also. Committed that foul just on the previous possession.
16-11 as Johnson 1 for 2 from the stripe. Smith. Bounce pass to Grzinski, left wing. They dump underneath to Somerville, 1-on-1 with Adger. And a foul is called.
Yeah, he's going to have to get a foul on that. Big fella, 6'5", Farouk Adger. A little bit of a hold there, says Ava Smith.
Not on Adger, however. It's on Grandy.
Oh, it's on Grandy. Oh, really? Okay, all right.
His first team's 5th.
There was a double down on that, so that's probably what happened there. He's posting up against Somerville, that is.
Gives Owens at the free throw line to Somerville on the baseline. Splits the double team. No shot. Foul called on the floor.
And he took a little kick to the shin there. Not chin.
Adger got it that time.
Yeah, I was going to say nobody's going to kick him in the chin.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
The shin, they got him, yeah. Yep.
So team 6th. Each team will be in the 1-on-1 for the remainder of the quarter as it's in to Somerville once more and out to Smith. Left corner 3 from Grzinski. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound out of bounds was last touched by Weber. So it'll stay with the Gators.
Gators get that ball, and the Tigers thought it was theirs.
Into Somerville.
Way out top.
Yeah, near the circle. Left corner 3 again. Grzinski pure on that one.
All right, Joey Grzinski. 5'11" from Harleysville, PA, an excellent student, 2-year varsity member.
16-14. Germantown Friends lead is 2. Here's a 3, and that's good. Nolan Grandy is impressed here tonight.
He's playing his heart out, and he is playing very well. Both teams in the single bonus. Next foul will be a 1-on-1 for both.
Somerville down on the post. Backs down around Adger. Nice job to deny him. Missed shot. But there's Owens dribbling it on the baseline. Another turnover for Shipley. Tiger ball.
Somerville seeking some advice from the coaching staff.
Johnson. Screen set on Grzinski on the baseline. It's Maddox. Somerville was there, affected the shot. Adger the rebound, kicks it back out, and Weber.
Somerville got a piece of that ball.
3 again. No good.
Heads up.
Grandy missed the shot and not quite able to keep it in bounds as Weber.
They were coming right at us there, Mike.
Well, you got to stand in, take the charge.
I was ready for the charge. Had my hands up.
I don't know. Your feet were moving. I'm going to go on block on that one.
They were moving. They were going the opposite direction.
Smith.
Somerville posting up. He's got double coverage there already.
Cross-court pass deflected along the baseline. Adger able to keep it in. Another turnover.
It's good that Somerville recognized that double coverage, though.
Johnson, baseline drive to the rim, rejected by Somerville. Adger the rebound, deflected off of him. Shipley ball.
It's 4th block for Somerville.
Backside referee coming in. They're actually going to talk this one over.
Yeah, they're going to change it.
Now they stick with it, Shipley ball.
Okay. Quite often when the referee comes in and talks to the other official, it is changed. Not that time. Avis Smith stuck with his call.
4:50 to play here in the first half. 5-point lead for Germantown Friends. It's the Gators in possession with Farmer. Pops a 3. Grzinski the board. Tied up. Able to dish it off. And coming away with it, racing the other way is Maddox. Grandy. Play whistle down.
Timeout.
Before they were able to take the shot, it looked like Matthew Johnson was behind the play, got poked in the eye. And that was the source of the whistle.
I think a timeout was called. Maybe not.
Johnson had been poked in the eye, and
so
he was down behind the play.
That's what it was.
And Sean Wirt, the Germantown Friends coach, having a word with the official who blew play dead. As in the game,
well, when there's
Zach Mustak to replace him.
There's a possible eye or head injury, that is the right thing to do.
And now the timeout will be taken by Germantown Friends with 4:32 to play here in the first half. It is a 19-14 game. Cap, before the game, we talked a lot about Kai Champion, who went down with an injury. We talked a lot about Ray Somerville. Nolan Grandy might be the most impressive player on the court through the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, he's a very good ball handler, and his level of hustle has been very high. He wants to be here, and he loves this challenge in the Gator Fieldhouse. I'm looking at Kai Champion. He just stood up, tried to put pressure on his right leg, still with the ice on the leg. He sat back down. I don't think that he liked what he felt there. But we may see him again, Mike. So
we'll certainly keep our fingers crossed. It would be a shame without him.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on what's happening down there. Thank goodness it's not a knee injury or anything of that sort.
And Champion's the point guard of this Shipley team. Do you think without him, maybe they've struggled a little bit to get into their offense? Or, again, do you just think the shots just aren't falling?
It's just not falling. And it's good hustle, but you can't take anything away from the Tigers of Germantown Friends. They have come to play. They just haven't gotten their rhythm yet, Mike, the Gators I'm speaking of.
Weber, hounded by Grzinski, gets past him, bounce pass, deflects to Adger. Steps around Somerville.
Somerville got another piece of it.
Left it short, and there's the rebound by Owens.
You got a fingertip on that one.
Chaz Owens, nice move, aggressive to the rim, runs into Adger.
Yeah, that's going to be a 1-on-1, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're going to call that one on Adger. Indeed, they will. That's his second.
Yeah, 1-on-1.
That's his third, actually.
He's a
Farouk Adger.
He's a big, strong kid.
Team seventh.
Playing very aggressively. He's going to get sub for, but he is 6 foot. He's listed at 6'5", and I'm thinking he's about 230, 240, somewhere around there. So it's a very tough kid. He's going to have to sit down, though, for the rest of this half, I think.
Yeah, especially with 3 fouls.
Yep.
Owens hits the front end.
And that's going to free things up a little bit for the big man, Somerville.
Owens will shoot one more. (19-16), 4:05 to play here in the first half. Grandy, bounce pass on the right wing over to Maddox. Johnson with a shot clock at 15.
Isn't it illegal?
Play whistle down, screen set, but they're going to call it.
Defensively.
Yeah.
That foul's
It's going to be on Khalil Farmer.
Yeah,
and now Farmer's getting a warning as well from the referee.
Farmer scoring about 14 points a game, about 5 rebounds a game. That should result in a 1-1, and it will. Farmer's a very high-level athlete. As you mentioned, the team final, Nike sponsored. Top freshman.
Noah Davidson, the 1-1. Missed it. Owens the board. A 3 could tie it for Shipley. Smith will initiate the offense for the Gators. They get it down to Somerville in the post. He's one-on-one with Maddox.
Yeah, he has a major size advantage there.
Looking for the backdoor cut, but it's stolen. Grandy the other way, down court. Here's the layup that's blocked. Owens got it that time on the miss by Weber.
Second time, great patience on that fast break block shot by the Gators. 2 different players with the same exact patience.
Weber spins baseline, trying to go around Smith. Nowhere to go. He's got to get rid of it.
Defense.
Tried to get it down in the pace, deflected by Somerville. Out to Grandy. He keeps it for Germantown Friends, but the shot clock is at 6. Johnson off the screen to the rim. No good. Left it a tick short. Rebound volleyed. Owens rips it down, and then a foul will go against Davidson.
Owens with the rebound. He'll go down and get the 1-on-1. And just to mention, his father was one of the greatest high school players ever, if not the greatest, in Pennsylvania. Billy Owens.
Yeah.
Carlisle High, do I have that correct? I believe. 4 straight PIAA championships. I think I have that right. Just a very young player there. 6'6", 190. He is a senior on his way.
Owens hits the front end of the 1-on-1, earning the second.
Being recruited by D2 schools in the area. Maybe even Westchester University.
We'll have them for you tomorrow here on the Sports Fan Base Network.
That's right, one of the top D2 schools in the state.
19-18. And they'll be playing one of the other top D2 teams in the state in Shippensburg.
Shippensburg is very tough.
That game will be for first in the PSAC Eastern Division. To the rim, lefty finish that time from Johnson. Switched hands in midair, but couldn't finish.
Big fella's open.
Other way, here's the layup. No good, but a foul is called.
Let me tell you, Somerville was waiting for the alley-oop there. They didn't see him.
Nolan Grandy picks up the foul. That's his second. He's going to have to be careful out there with 2 fouls. And I'm not sure if you want to bring him off the floor if you're Germantown Friends.
Fouls are starting to add up. 9 for Germantown Friends, 8 for Shipley.
First free throw is no good from Smith. (19-all) with 2:25 to play in the first half.
Gators back in this game with a tie.
Left corner, Davidson around Somerville. And a blocking foul is called. It'll be big if that's on Somerville. We'll see.
No, I don't think it is, but
it's not. It's on Smith.
It's on Smith, but
that's his second.
That was Davidson driving to the hoop and very lucky to get that foul. He was a little out of control and had nowhere to go with the ball.
Fouls are indeed piling up for both teams.
9 apiece now.
Davidson, the front end of the 1-and-1 is good, earning the second.
Everything from this point on will be 2 shots.
Grant Jacoby re-enters, replacing Eli Smith.
2 shots on a common foul, that is, and that would be the double bonus. Both teams at 9 right now.
21-19 Germantown Friends, 2:15 to play here in the first half, and this could be an upset brewing in the Friends League.
It is a possibility. I mean, that would be a big achievement for the visiting Tigers, especially
Farmer,
tonight.
play whistle down, and he and Maddox were all wrapped up in one another.
Maddox was really holding Somerville like almost in a bear hug. Maddox, a 6'1" power forward. That's what he's listed at anyway, a junior.
Foul on Maddox is his first. Somerville to the line for 2.
For a deuce, that's right. This is the 10th foul against the visitors. Hung on a
misses the first, and went about halfway down, came back out, hung on the rim, and fell to the negative side. Somerville for 1 more. 21-20 with 2:05 to play here in the first half. Johnson kicks in the corner.
Ball movement has been excellent for the visiting Tigers in this half.
Shot clock at 15.
They are not playing scared at all.
Grandy to Weber. Shot clock under 10. Down in the post. Maddox has to go high over Owens, but does and gets it to go. 23-20, $1:30 to play here in the first half. Farmer drives baseline, forces his way to the rim, way too tough with a shot, but Owens the rebound, he missed it. Somerville missed the dunk, and Farmer is fouled on the 4th opportunity.
Somerville's got to throw that down, Mike. He was right there, right at the rim, and he's got to get that ball in.
Maddox picks up his second. Team over the limit. 2 shots for the remainder of the first half on any foul committed by Germantown Friends.
Freshman Farmer to the line.
And he misses his first. Don't have any official stats, but a lot of missed free throws.
I'll try to pick him up at halftime if I can get
for
over
Shipley.
There. Yep.
(23-21) as the second is good. Johnson gets to Grandy. They play catch in the backcourt. Got to get it across the timeline and do. Johnson kicks left corner. Davidson out to Grandy. Thought about the 3. Instead pulls it down. Good closeout defense by Farmer. Johnson out to Weber. Left corner 3. Grandy. And the rebound to Farmer. Farmer drives in. And a traveling violation is called.
Surprised to see traveling there, but we're quite a distance away here, and evidently he took some steps. I thought he might have gotten the foul. We're under a minute now, Mike. Under 40 seconds.
Grandy. Shot clock and game clock separated by about 6 seconds. Maddox hands to Grandy. Into the paint. Kick out left corner. Davidson for 3 and hits. 26-21. Germantown Friends. 10 seconds to play here in the first half. Farmer for 3.
Oh.
No good. Rebound pulled in by Friends, but it's stolen back. Shot no good by Jacoby. And the first half comes to an end. An interesting first half. A tough one if you're a Gator fan.
Very frustrating for some of these players. I see the looks on their faces as they head into their halftime session in the office right behind us. They're not happy being down 5.
As we head to halftime here on the Sports Fanbase Network, let's take a look at the first half highlights. A possible upset brewing here in the Friends League, 26-21. Shipley is trailing Germantown Friends with Jack Cap. I'm Mike Samsel. Great to have you along with us. Cap, the first half numbers, not pretty for the Gators here on Swamp Night.
Not pretty at all. The leading scorer is Chaz Owens with 4. Stone with 3. Logan Stone 1 for Ray Somerville, just 1 point from the free throw line. Obviously, Grzinski has 3. Eli Smith with 1. 1 for Farmer and 3 for Grant Jacoby.
It was a physical first half, and both teams in some foul trouble as well.
Yeah, 10 for 15 from the free throw line for the Gators. Scoring for the Germantown Friends Tigers, 1 for Matt Johnson, 4 for Weber, that's Sam Weber, 5 for Noah Davidson. Nolan, it's Grady, by the way. We need to correct that.
Yes.
We've been saying Grandy, but they corrected me at the table. It is Grady. So Mr. and Mrs. Grady, we apologize. He has 6, and he's playing very well. Tyson Maddox has 6, and Farouk Adjer, I'm going to call him Adjer. It could be Adjer. What are we saying, Adjer or Adjer?
I've been going Adjer.
Okay, I'll go with you then. Adjer has 4, but he also has 3 fouls. Number 55, let's see if he's in the game, and he is not, I believe.
No, not out there.
No. So Ray Somerville should have some opportunities against a much smaller opponent. Let's see who's covering him. Tyson Maddox.
Yeah, it'll be Maddox to guard him as we're underway here in the second half. Gators possession, and it's Grzinski, 12 and white, for Shipley with his team down 5. Farmer swung around to Owens, and here's Smith. Nice spin move and lays it in.
That was a pretty move there.
26-23, three-point game.
Nice move by Smith.
Johnson to Grady.
With the bank shot.
And now Maddox. Play whistle down, foul away from the basketball. And it's going to be an offensive foul, an illegal screen called on.
We had 20 fouls in the first half, I was going to say.
Yeah.
And this half starts over the foul right away.
It's Matthew Johnson guilty of the foul. 3 could tie it for Shipley. Here's Grzinski. And this Smith. His floater left short. And the rebound pulled in by Sam Weber. Johnson will set up the offense for the Tigers with a 3-point lead.
And now we're going to have some unusual call here. I'm not sure what happened exactly. Oh, he's going to clear the baseline, I guess, the referee?
Either that or is he admonishing the band for playing during play?
Well, that could be also. They're not supposed to do that. Not in a high school game, anyway.
Nonetheless, Germantown Friends ball.
I mean, when we go to Westchester, the band harasses the opponents. Did you ever hear that? They go nuts on the opponents there, but not here. You can't do that in high school.
Weber. Underneath for Maddox. Drives in. Goes up with a layup. No good. Somerville rips down the rebound.
And Somerville also got his pinky finger on that shot.
Farmer underneath. Back out to Somerville. Glides into the paint, but he's called for the charge.
That was a great take, and I'm going to say that.
And Maddox is down, yeah.
He took a beating on that shot. He may have hit his upper body very hard, and he gets right up. Tough kid.
Hops back to his feet. Good for him.
I think he's going to have to step out of the game, and he will. And in comes big man Farouk Adjer.
So you hope that Maddox is okay as possession goes back to Germantown Friends.
The training staff is right on him. They want to see, he hit the top of his head. They want to check him for a concussion protocol right away.
To inbound Davidson, who's into the game to replace Maddox along with Adjer.
Great training staff here for the Gators.
Johnson, baseline drive, high off the glass, no good. Adjer the rebound, kicks it back out. Johnson will try again. Grady, baseline drive, and that's blocked by Owens, close to a goaltend.
And there's a
but
jump
they
ball.
say it wasn't on the way down. Held ball is called.
It actually was on the way down, but I'm going to tell you why they didn't call it. Because it was fully below, the ball was not fully above the rim. And that's why he was able to get away with that. And he's out of the game.
26-23. Somerville's the one who checks out. It was Owens who had the block.
Oh, it was Owens on the block. Okay, all right.
And Germantown Friends to check it in. Weber hands it off to Grady. Now Weber once more. Grady, baseline drive, loses his handle, able to regather. Adger, shot clock down to 7. Here's Johnson. Over to Davidson, ball goes loose, shot clock down to 3, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Germantown Friends, but the shot clock is at 1.
They're going to have to get off a very quick release here.
Samuel Weber to inbound. Weber lobs it in where it's deflected and stolen. Long down court pass. Farmer after it, rips it away, misses the layup, but there's Owens with the putback to make it a 1-point game.
Owens in the right place at the right time.
Timeout taken by Germantown Friends with 5:33 to play here in the third quarter. The Gators looking a little better, and they've got the lead down to 1.
Yep. Played well in this third quarter so far and have able to chip away at the lead. Somerville is on the bench. We're not exactly sure why, but we should see him back in the game shortly. Still out of the game is Kai Champion, looking a lot better than he did about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to work something out of his quad, hamstring. He's got the
roller.
The little roller working on the front top part of his leg.
Should be using 2 hands on that, but no, really, because that way you need the pressure to go down on that injury wherever the injury is. I mean, one hand's not going to do it. But he's working. He's trying to get back in the game. We may not see him again.
What do you think is going on in that Germantown Friends huddle right now after a bit of a slow start here in the second half?
That's a very good question. I think they're going to tell them just, stick with the game plan and do what you're supposed to do, and everything's going to work out. Keep moving the ball, playing that hard defense, and penetrating, scoring, following up, boxing out, all the right things to do, and they'll be in this game. It's just a 1-point game at this point in time.
We'd like to welcome those of you watching on Facebook Live as well as the SFBN.com with Jack Cap. My name is Mike Samsel. Grady in possession for Germantown Freds. The team in dark blue and orange. Johnson.
Hung on the rim.
But wouldn't fall. Grzinski the rebound. And a chance for Shipley to take their first lead in quite a while. The freshman Farmer back to Grzinski for 3. Count it.
Nice work by Grzinski to get open in that corner after he brought the ball down on the initial fast break. Jacoby looked like he was open, but Grzinski held it up and was rewarded later on with a 3.
2-point lead for Shipley. Here's Johnson, blocked but fouled by Owens. It'll be his 3rd.
Johnson drew that foul very smartly by throwing his body in. The shot was blocked, but he'll get 2 at the line.
2 shots for Matthew Johnson. It's foul number 2 here in the second half on Shipley, as the first free throw from Johnson is good. First time in, Justin Powell. He is the first 8th grader to play varsity basketball.
How about that?
Here at Shipley,
a young
replacing Owens.
Man, 6'2", 170 pounds, 8th grade.
Johnson hits the second game tied at 28. Quick transition, Jacoby. And that one hit the guide wire above the basket.
Yes, it did.
So out of bounds, Germantown Friends ball.
Automatic out of bounds on that. Yeah, the 8th grader in the game and covering big man Adger.
Grady.
Well, there's got to be some reason he's on this team.
Bounce pass, high post to Johnson. One-on-one against Farmer. Takes him, but bricked the shot. And a foul is called on the rebound as Grzinski was trying to get the basketball away but committed a foul.
Looked like he had it clean from here, but we are 100 feet away, so we really can't tell.
They actually called the foul on Powell. That was the announced infraction anyway. His first, team's third.
Then I was right. Grzyński didn't commit a foul. It looked clean.
Weber to inbound. Nearly a foul there as well, as here's a catch-and-shoot three on the way. No good. Missed badly that time by Davidson. Run out. Here's Grzyński to the paint. Dishes off, and the layup is no good. Too strong from Smith.
Yeah, we're
and a foul called on the rebound.
We're going to have a rebounding foul. It was a great weak side pass. It did not come to fruition, however.
Adger will pick up his fourth for Germantown Friends.
But it was the right pass. Zachary Mustak in the game. We have not seen him yet, am I correct?
Yeah, Mustak in to replace Adger, who picked up his fourth foul.
Mustak is a sophomore at 6'4".
Taken away in the corner by Johnson.
Boy, Johnson is quick.
Game tied at 28 as we tick near 4 minutes to play here in the third. Grady one-on-one at the top against the freshman Farmer. Johnson spins to the rim, blocked
by the 8th grader.
Powell the block. The other way goes Smith to the rim. Kicks it back out in the corner. One at Jacoby, it's out of bounds, and it will indeed be Germantown Friends ball.
On that block shot, a roar came out of the crowd, and well-deserved for the young 8th grader. What a block shot by him.
Grady, 3:30 to play here in the third, game tied at 28.
Justin Powell, the 8th grader, showing why he is in this ball game right now.
Johnson. Missed wildly on that one. Powell the rebound. Shot might have been blocked as well. Farmer drives on Johnson. Can't hit the bank. There's Grzyński the rebound. Check it. That's for Jacoby.
Wow.
And he missed it.
What an athletic jump stop that was. Missed the shot, but what athleticism.
3 minutes to play here in the third. Here's Weber. Over to Davidson. Trying to get the ball to Grady, but they're playing good defense on him. Now he's got it and gives it off to Johnson.
Somerville remains on the bench.
Shot clock at 13. Johnson fouled. Farmer and Powell both there. We'll see who gets it. It's Powell his second.
Yep, number 10, Powell picks up his second. Playing very aggressively. I'm sure it's exciting for him to get into these varsity games. You don't see it too often.
Matthew Johnson at the free throw line to shoot two.
Very few 8th graders will ever make a varsity team. Pete Maravich did way back. The star of his varsity team as an 8th grader. What a surprise.
It's a high bar to set.
what a surprise.
29-28. Germantown Friends. Grzyński will bring it across the timeline with 2:30 to play here in the third. Smith over to Jacoby, and now in the corner it's Grzyński. Smith once more.
Nice move.
30-29, the lead to Shipley. Timeout Gators.
Looked like he was going in with his right hand, and he finished with his left. A beautiful move.
Transferred in this year, Eli Smith did from Philadelphia. It's a 30-29 game. Things have gotten a little tighter here in the second half, and it looks like Shipley has been able to settle into their offense a little bit more, and they've gotten some shooting going as well. Kai Champion went down early in this game. Has not played since about midway through the first quarter. Looks like maybe a quadricep or a hamstring injury.
I think
trying to work it out, but still got a pretty heavy limp. I'd be surprised if we see him back in the game tonight.
Now that we look at it, I think it's more of a hip pointer possibly, or something where, he took some kind of bruise, but he's still trying to work it out. I don't think we're going to see him. Now on the other side, Tyson Maddox went in for concussion protocol, Mike, and they're still talking to him. There's a whole staff around him. 1, 2, 3, 4 trainers are talking to him. so we don't know what his status is. Ray Somerville stepped away for a moment, and he's still on the bench, I believe.
Yeah, he'll still remain on the bench. As Shipley going with a little more of a 5-guard look. And that's kind of where they found their offensive flow.
Yeah, youngster still in the game. The 8th grader, Justin Powell. Hard to believe, 6'2", 170.
Back to live action, it'll be Germantown Friends ball.
Wearing the specs also.
Johnson, guarded by Farmer the length of the floor. Just about 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Weber down in the post.
Travel.
Contact.
Okay.
They're going to call the foul first. It'll be on Grant Jacoby.
He's got 2 shots. He's going to get 2 shots on that.
Noah Davidson, the senior 6'3" guard, to the line. Tied at 30, one more to shoot for Davidson. (31-30) Germantown Friends, 1:59 to play here in the third. And quite a low-scoring game here in the Friends League.
A surprisingly low score.
Down in the post, it's Farmer. Back to Smith, banks it off the side of the backboard. Johnson, the rebound, off to the races. Gives to Davidson, into the paint, too strong on the layup. And Powell comes away with a rebound for the Gators.
And Powell took a shot there.
Farmer the other way.
Seems to be okay.
Farmer puts up the contested shot, won't go, and on the rebound, play whistle down, they foul is called.
I'm not sure what that call is. We'll know in a moment here.
It's going to be on Farmer.
Oh, it was on Farmer. Okay.
That's his second, team 6th. So the next foul against Shipley is going to put Germantown Friends on the line for the remainder of the game.
And we're only in the third quarter here.
Grady has been quiet here in the third since Grzinski has been guarding him. Johnson off on the left side to Weber. Now Johnson gets it back, down in the post. Weber drives baseline, gives it off, and shot a little too strong, no good by Davidson. Grzinski for the Gators.
Tigers in a man-to-man.
Guarded by Grady. Underneath to Powell.
Powell's a player. He never hesitated. He got it high, and he laid it right in. Never brought it down. Very smart play by him.
32-31 Gators. Under 40 to play here in the third quarter. Grady pulls up. Missed badly on that shot, and the foul's going to go on the rebound against Mustak.
Mustak's first, I believe, and that's a third on the team. Gators with a 1-point lead, and shot clock should be off, I believe.
And unplugged with 25 to play here in the quarter. Khalil Farmer. Word comes from the bench, we want the last shot for Shipley. Farmer dribbling unguarded. Johnson has an eye on him, and it's down under 10. Farmer blocked.
Got a foul on the trail from the trail official on that. The lead was not calling it, I don't believe.
It'll go against Johnson. His second, team's 4th. And Farmer to the line for 2. Five seconds to play here in the quarter, so Germantown Friends will have an opportunity, albeit a hurried one, as Shipley looks to extend the lead to 3.
An interesting note, I don't think we've said it before, but in the previous game that the Gators played against ANC, they didn't hit a single field goal in the fourth quarter. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. They hit 15 free throws.
Interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah, it was brought to my attention by scorekeeper.
33-31, 5 seconds left. Here's Johnson, puts it up, and it's the second buzzer beater of the day for Germantown Friends.
Wow, and it was a good-looking shot, too. They take the 1-point lead into the fourth quarter, 34-33.
You're watching the Sports Fanbase Network, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. Fourth quarter, 34-33, Shipley trailing by 1 to Germantown Friends.
Germantown Friends with quite an effort here today, coming in the clear underdog, and right now leading against the high-powered Shipley Gators.
Now, Germantown Friends has won 2 games on neutral court, but they haven't won a game this season where they've been the road team.
0-5, I believe.
That is, no, 0-6.
0-6 as a visitor. We're watching Kai Champion still trying to walk off his injury. He wants to come back in. I don't know if they're going to let him. But Somerville back in the game, and so is Adger, his agile opponent.
Farmer in possession for Shipley, working from right to left. Now gives it off. Grzinski, bounce pass along the baseline. Owens, long deuce. The putback by Smith.
Smith way up in the air for that. Nobody blocked him out. They were worried about Somerville.
35-34, Shipley. Here's Johnson. Into the paint, gives along the left baseline. Adger back out. Here's a 3. That one's no good. Missed that time by Grady. Put back, however, by Adger.
Adger, the big fellow, in the right place at the right time. Somerville was way outside. He tried to block that shot.
The lead teeter-totters back and forth. Owens down on the post to Somerville against Adger. Back out, Grzinski. Owens, the board. He'll go to the line for 2.
Owens working very hard under the boards there. He earned those foul shots. It's a 1-point game with Chaz Owens going to the line.
Davidson picks up the foul. That's his 4th. So both Davidson and Adger are on the floor with 4 fouls for for Germantown Friends, as Owens misses the first. Again, missed free throws. Maybe the story in this one for the Gators. And the referee's called over. I wonder if there's a scorebook discrepancy as to if that's the 3rd or 4th foul on Davidson.
It's usually, well, it's settled very quickly.
No announcement of a change by the PA, so we're left to assume that it is indeed his 4th foul. Owens, one more to tie it. 6:46 to go. Across the timeline with it is Davidson. Davidson, interesting. He lost his footing there out of bounds, and it goes back to Shipley.
Yeah, there was no foul there. He just lost control.
He wasn't guarded the length of the floor, but Grady was. Interesting. Shipley really going out of their way to deny Grady the basketball.
Smart move.
He's been quiet here in the second half. I don't think he scored at all. Grzinski underneath. Owens.
Oh, that was a great pass by Grzinski. And Owens was very, very calm putting it in. Reminds me of his father many years ago.
38-36, 6:15 to play. Johnson drives baseline to the rim, gets rejected. Farmer the other way. Numbers for Shipley. Grzinski, baseline drive. And the foul.
Yeah, we're going to count that, says Eli Smith. What a drive by Grzinski. I think everybody thought he was going to go to the big man there, but he went to the hoop instead. 4-point lead for the Gators. Biggest lead of the game.
Grady picks up the foul, his third. And a chance to complete the three-point play for the junior guard. No good, but the tip-in is from Owens.
Owens, right place at the right time, to say the least there.
42-36, timeout, Germantown Friends.
Owens has been tough.
6 points, the biggest lead of the day for the Gators.
Both teams with 6 fouls, 5:55 remaining, 6-point lead.
One would think for Germantown Friends, they need to get Grady back involved in this game.
Yeah, I would think so. He was so impressive in the first half. Ball handling skills, shooting, everything.
$5:55 to play here in the fourth quarter. Shipley looking to get the win here on Swamp Night, which is a really cool deal that they have here at Shipley every year. They welcome back the alumni, kind of welcome the community. They do a free dinner, and
I love the name.
The arena's packed.
I love the name, Swamp Night.
Yeah. All the Gators come back.
All the Gators come swimming back in.
One of the Gators that is a former Golden Ram is the assistant coach on their women's basketball team, Alex Lennon.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was a great under Coach Deirdre Kane, and if I'm not mistaken, she actually holds the Westchester School record for blocked shots in a career.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Deirdre Kane was the one preceding
Kiara Wooden. Yes.
Right. And she was a longtime coach.
Yes, coach, I believe, for over 25 years.
25 years. Wow.
Out of the timeout, it will be Germantown Friends ball. Tigers could really use a shot. Johnson. Play whistle down, foul away from the ball.
That's going to result in a 1-on-1.
It'll be the 7th team foul. It's going to go against Khalil Farmer.
Yeah, Farmer picks it up. I'm not sure what the foul was, but looks like Johnson's going to go to the line for a 1-on-1, and he will. Nails the first.
5:46 to play here in the fourth quarter, 42-37. Farmer gives this Somerville. Adger on him has 4 fouls. Somerville has just 1 point today.
If I was Somerville, I would take him in.
Grzinski. One-on-one with Grady. Peels back. Shot clock down to 13. Eli Smith. Left it well short, and it's out of bounds off the Gators.
Yeah, that went right off of the hands of Farmer. He flew in for the rebound. Nice work, but he didn't quite garner it.
Chance for Germantown Friends to get it back within a possession. Johnson. Off to Grady. Baseline drive around Grzinski, who's done an excellent job to shut him down here in the second half.
Big ball screen from the big man, Adger.
Weber lost it. Gator basketball. 4:47 left. It's a 4-point game. Shipley looking to move to 17-4 on the season. Germantown Friends looking to score the upset and get back within a game of 500. Owens from the free throw line. Somerville the rebound.
Yeah.
No shot, foul called.
Yep.
It'll be on the floor.
That foul's on Adger.
It'll be a 1-and-1. It is indeed Adger, his fifth, and he is disqualified.
And that's going to be a big difference right now because, once again, the guy with the size is going to be sitting down.
And Tyson Maddox, their other big, left the game. Looked like he was being checked for a concussion after hitting his head on the floor. So in is Zach Mustak.
Mustak is back in, and he'll have to deal with the 6'10" Somerville.
Hits the front end of the 1-and-1, 43-38.
Only his second point of the game. Surprising. He has just not gotten unwound tonight. We'll see what happens from this point on.
Missed the second, and on the rebound, I think they're going to get Owens on the foul. They are on the rebound.
Owens, yeah.
That'll be his fourth.
I thought it was on
Team seventh.
Germantown Friends but no, it's on Owens.
You have to learn to trust me, Cap.
Yeah.
And to the line to shoot is Mustak.
Yeah, when the foul was first called, well, I actually was watching the play, and I thought Mustak committed the foul, but what do I know? He'll get a 1-and-1.
And he misses the front end. Owens the rebound. Worth watching now. Owens with his fourth foul.
Look at the post up.
Mustak doing a nice job of fronting him. They're physical down there in the post.
Yeah.
Krasinski gives it to Owens instead. Owens bodies his way to the rim.
Owens has been the man in the
gets
second
two.
half. Definitely been the man in the second half. He has been very productive. Chaz Owens.
Johnson, under 4 left. Grady left corner, drives baseline, shut down, and circles back. Grady's been scoreless here in the second half. Shot clock down to 10. Grady. Underneath, Mustak. Kicks it back out. Here's a long floater that's no good, missed by Weber. And Somerville running the floor to Krasinski.
Somerville nearly traveled, but got the pass off. Real nice play by Krasinski. And on the other end, Chaz Owens once again with the big rebound.
The lead is 9 for Shipley with 3:20 to play. Tigers badly need a bucket. And it's stolen. Owens is fouled, and that's going to be a clear path foul.
No,
so it'll be 2 shots and possession.
It's going to be an intentional foul.
Same thing.
Same idea, but it's a different terminology. But it was clearly intentional, and in a high school level, that's the way it's called. It's a 2-shot foul and the ball at the point where the foul occurred. So they'll bring the ball to the sideline. He gets 2 shots with nobody in the lanes. I mean, he was on a breakaway.
He wanted to throw that one down, too.
Yeah. But he did, actually. But it didn't count.
The lead is ballooned to 10.
Chaz Owens has been very strong in the second half. He has carried this team.
Misses the second.
Now that ball
so the lead is 10, and they'll get possession with a side out.
Should come in on the side, yep. Frank O'Neill, referee, will hand it into Chaz Owens, and we're rolling. 10-point lead.
Smith underneath to Somerville, deflected away from him and stolen.
I mean, it's the right idea. The pass was there. Somerville did not handle it.
Grady, again, guarded to length by Grzinski, who's done an excellent job shutting him down here in the second half.
I think Somerville needs to get more physical.
Here's a 3 that is good from Grady to make it 48-41. Timeout, Germantown Friends. 7 points with 2:49 to play, not insurmountable. But the Tigers got to play just about perfect basketball.
Yes, they do. Down 7, but still a lot of time left. 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Both teams have 8 fouls. Fresh 35 when we come in here.
And for right now, obviously 2:49 is still too early. But for Germantown Friends, at what point do you think they start to think about extending the game and committing fouls?
Well, it depends on what the score is at that point. But if it stays at 7, you want to get into the probably just over 1 minute area.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there when you need to start either, extending yourself for steal or taking a foul, one or the other.
Both teams with 8 fouls, so the next foul would just be a 1-and-1, not a double bonus quite yet.
That's right. And then after that, it'll go to 2. I still think they should post up Somerville consistently on that smaller man.
Just 2 points tonight, however, for Somerville.
Yeah, I see his dad standing close to us. He doesn't look very happy. He was giving him advice as he came out of the locker room at halftime.
The Cal State Bakersfield commits Somerville.
He says, think about where you're going, not where you've been. Something to that effect. Good advice. It's just been a tough day for him. I mean, I think
they happen.
He's had 7 blocked shots, though. It's not as if he hasn't been doing anything. He's been here. It's just not happening offensively. And look, offense isn't everything.
No pressure for Germantown Friends. It's a clean inbound, and it'll be Smith to bring it across the logo. Over to Grzinski, they play catch.
He's got to get his body in front of that defender. I'm talking about Somerville.
Along the baseline, Owens amongst the double team left the layup short. 2 Germantown Friends players come together, but the rebound is pulled in by Weber.
Nice, tough physical work by Owens, but it didn't happen for him.
Johnson for 3. Airballed it, and the rebound pulled in by Farmer.
It looked good at first, but it fell short.
Farmer underneath to Owens, gets the inside position and the layup.
Once again, Owens is the man, especially here in the fourth quarter.
Lead is 9, under 2 minutes to play.
Owens has been terrific.
Johnson to the paint, up with a lefty layup, high off the glass, no good. Somerville the board.
Somerville working hard on the boards.
Grzinski drives baseline, comes through the other side. Smith, kick out.
3 seconds.
Play whistle down, 3 seconds.
Saw that coming. Somerville hung out. He thought he was getting that pass, and he didn't get the pass, and he never moved out of the lane. He hung in there. That's the proper call. You hate to see 3 seconds, but that's right.
Grady goes all the way around, loses his dribble, but it goes back to the corner. Johnson at the top. Back to Grady, left corner off the screen for 3. And the rebound to Owens. Surprised to see no fouls here yet from Germantown Friends, down 9 with 75 seconds left.
Yeah, actually, the Mustak is fouling.
Here's a 3 that's no good, no shot. The foul is going to be called on the floor, and it is against Mustak.
I mean, Mustak was hanging all over big man Somerville. I mean, he had both hands on his waist. It had to be called sooner or later. I think James Smith, the referee, didn't want to call that at first, but it had to be called.
Second foul, teams 9. Somerville to the line for a 1-and-1.
Substitution.
Jacoby and Stone in to replace Grzinski and Smith.
Nice work by Grzinski and Smith. There's a shot. It's good. Scoring all his points from the free throw line tonight is 6'10" Ray Somerville. He did it again.
52-41, 1:10 left. Biggest lead of the day for Shipley. Grady gets it back on the right wing, under a minute to play. To the rim. High off the glass over Somerville, no good. Owens the board again.
Owens on the boards again.
Somerville poked away but fouled by Mustak.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yep. Once that's a dead ball, you do not want to do what Somerville just did.
Never touched the rim. But
well, no, but he got to be careful with that.
Somerville will shoot too.
Yep. In a double bonus now, 52-41, 11-point lead.
Trying to add to their biggest lead of the day. Somerville too strong on the first free throw. (53-41).
3 out of his last 4 under 1 minute. They need to get a shot up.
And they do. It's a good three from Benjamin Istvan. And timeout taken by Germantown Friends, down 9 with just 37 seconds left.
Gutsy shot by Ben Istvan, and he nailed it. Down by 9, 37 seconds. Now they will foul as soon as possible, I would think.
Gators looking to move to 17-4 on the season. And 6-1 in the Friends League. Germantown Friends trying to avoid falling 3 games under 500.
And we should be seeing this Germantown Friends, Shipley School in the playoffs in the PESA tournament, I would think, without question. Westtown is very tough, and there's some very good teams around, but we should see them in the thick of it.
37.3 left. Coach Phil D'Ambrosia for the Gators in his 7th season, looking to move to 17-4 as they get it over to Somerville, and Somerville left the layup short. And the rebound pulled in, but taken right back. And the foul is called. It'll send Jacoby to the line.
Yeah, the Tigers made a mistake there by not taking that foul right away. They've lost 11 seconds. That foul should have been taken immediately. I think they were trying to, but it just didn't happen.
Somerville looks quite frustrated with himself after the missed dunk, as Jacoby is at the line, missing the first. Boy, I'll tell you, the Gators, I don't want to say escape because they had a very good second half, but
especially
free throw shooting is certainly something to be conscientious of for Phil D'Ambrosia's squad. His second free throw no good as well. So it's still a 9-point game. Johnson gives the Grady. Now left corner. Here's a long 2 that's good from Samuel Weber, 53-46.
Take the foul.
And they finally do with 11.7 left.
Again, a lot of time lost. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to get back in this game, but when there was 37 seconds left, there really should have been 35 left when that foul was taken, which it never was. The foul was never taken.
Foul called on Grady, his 4th.
A lot of foul shots in this half for the hometown Gators, just like their game the other day against ANC. All their points in the fourth quarter from free throws, 15.
That was against ANC the other night.
Correct, that's correct, yep.
55-46, 11.7 to play. Johnson kicks it back out. Here's Istvan, pops the 3. No good, rebound volley that comes to Owens. Final seconds tick away, and the Gators survive a first half scare, but they get the win here on Swamp Night by a final of 55-46 over the Tigers of Germantown Friends.
All the Gators are going home happy. Big crowd here on Swamp Night, and they pull off a victory where it didn't look too good in the first half and even into the third quarter for the Shipley team. Nice effort by Germantown Friends.
The Gators get the win in both games of the doubleheader here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Our final 55-46. The win goes to the Shipley Gators, 17-4 on the season and now 6-1 overall in Friends League play with the loss. Germantown Friends falls to 9-12 and 1-6 in Friends League play. And that'll do it for our coverage tonight here from Swamp Night. As always, a great thanks to both the Shipley School and Germantown Friends for having us broadcast this evening's game. We do greatly appreciate it, as well as all of our great crew here from the Sports Fan Base Network, led by our director, Josh Bellman. The executive producer of the Sports Fan Base Network is Ari Bluestein. We remind you the 24-hour home of the Sports Fan Base Network is the SFBN.com, and our next broadcast is tomorrow, a PSAC basketball doubleheader. Cap and I will be there for that as well, as it'll be the Shippensburg Raiders and the Westchester University Golden Rams, with coverage beginning at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Now for Jack Kapp and our entire crew here from the Shipley School, my name is Mike Samsel. Our final 55-46. Shipley victorious, moving to 17-4 on the season. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Sports Fan Base Network.